Okay. Okay. So, so in the dream, I'm like high up on this building and there's like dust everywhere. There's even like a scene from something I saw afterwards that reminded me of it, and I'll put it there. There's dust everywhere. And I know, like, I turn and I'm looking at this tall building, and I'm on one of those like window washer things, that can go up and down for like really tall buildings. And there's other people on there with me, and all this dust is coming down, and I'm like looking at this building, and as I'm looking, all this glass starts falling down on the building. And so as this glass is coming down, I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, look at it, it's like getting everywhere. And I notice that some of it gets in my mouth. And I'm like, oh, and not only that, I have dirt in my mouth. And I'm like, oh, I gotta spit. And so I turn around and I spit, and it's like this bloody, gross, ugh. And I'm like, ugh. And when I turn around, I look behind me and I realize, like, I'm still up high on this window washer, and on the road below is basically kind of like a parade going on. And just like a Christmas parade almost. And, they're coming from the right, my right. And all these people are yelling, and I see in the middle of them is Jesus. And he's waving, and everybody's like so happy, and like, and I notice he's like almost in front of me. Like, I don't want to, it's not, okay, I'll just make this little comparison. Like, whenever you're in a parade and you see, at the Christmas parade, once you see Santa, it's over. I'm not a big parade person. So I'm like always looking for Santa. And so I see him, and about the point where you would see Santa and be like, oh, okay, finally. And that's where I see Jesus, and he's like right there, and he's basically gonna be in front of me any moment. And but I've already spit, and I look, and as he's like coming down, I'm like, oh my gosh, he's about to step in my bloody spit. And I'm like, what do I do? And I just like, and I didn't know what to do. And all I felt was horrible that I spit and he was about to step in it. And not only that, it wasn't just regular spit, it was bloody spit with glass. Ugh. And he was about to, and I was like, no. And like, well, he'll understand. Okay, it's this. And I ended up waking up. So a while goes by. I can't even remember exactly how I was able to put it all together, because I know it took me like pieces to realize like, but there is one point where I know it all just kind of comes into place for me. And I'm watching the news, and it was around the time that there was like a lot of floods in Houston, and the glass was like breaking. It was like shattering buildings and everything in downtown Houston. I remember even my sister's office building, when she went to work, it was just shattered. And I was like, wow, that's insane how much chaos. And so I remember them talking about that on the news. And then like the next thing that comes is like they're talking about P. Diddy, and they're going on about sex trafficking and just horrific stuff, playing the video of him beating the woman. And I remember I'm just like appalled and disgusted, completely. And I'm just like talking to the TV like, you dirty, and just expressing my complete disgust for him. And then also like, man, this is crazy what's going on in the world. But it was until the moment that I started talking back. I was like, ugh, who does something like that? That dirty, ugh. And as like I was saying these ugly words come out of my mouth, I had like I was like there back to that dream. And it was like that bloody spit that Jesus was about to step in. And him kind of like showing me like, is that all you have for me? Showing me that, yeah, wrong, and you bad. Like, I know what bad is, and you letting this ugliness just spill out of your mouth, not doing anything to help any situation, just hard to explain, I guess. And now I'm coming, and I'm about to walk through this, and all you have done to get ready for me is leave your bloody spit on the ground. I knew that all of that, like, I hadn't done anything to spread the gospel. I still haven't done much now, but I've just changed my heart, the way the hate that I was carrying in my heart, the lack of compassion and grace that I had for every single person around me. The moment that you do wrong or bad, it's like, I know bad when I see it. And that, God has grace for us, and he wants us to have grace for others. If we can't forgive others, or, he can't forgive us. And so him just showing me, like, this, I don't need that from you. I don't need you showing me what's bad and, like, your dirty words coming out at these horrific things. I understand they're horrific. And just like the glass that had gotten in my mouth, and it was so dirty and dusty, and I just had like filth in my mouth, I had to spit it out. God understands. He, like, yeah, I understand why you said those things. I understand all of this. But still, all you've done for me is left your bloody spit for me to walk through. Your bloody glass spit. And all I could sit there and, like, look, and I was like, he's almost here. And I was just like, he's gonna walk right through it. And how do you even look someone in the eye? I was like, this is what you got on your foot. Like, oh my God, I'm so like, oh, I'm so sorry, Lord. Yeah. So, but he really helped change my heart. And in that moment with me, like, him, like, calling me out on me being so ugly, my lack of grace, my judgment towards somebody else, my that finger pointing that I was doing at the TV, like, him being like right there, like, that is not something that I need. That is not gonna help me. That is not what I want to step through as so it was just a really big eye opener for me. And so each time I wanted to open my mouth and just, it was like, is that helping? Or is it just leaving a mess for God to walk through? Like, his Christians saying these ugly things, and it's like me thinking I'm saved, and I wasn't really saved. I did nothing to change my life, to give forgiveness and grace to others, using just the tools that the devil has left for us to pick up so easily, not seeking what tools God had for me to handle things, especially since that dream. It really helped me, because it was like in that moment, him calling me out, me seeing that bloody spit, me seeing him walk, and me just like, and it's like, that's not a shame that I want to carry with me. And yeah, I understand why you're mad. I understand why you're yelling. I understand all of it. It's disgusting what he did. Yes. Yep. Still gonna walk. So I hope that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. So I have another dream. I'm having trouble remembering it. I'm hoping God didn't take it. So I know that there's one more I need to share. So I just gotta think of it, and then I'll share that one here.